GM everyone. So today I'm just explaining you guys how confidential coupons at our project works. So using FHE. So the problem is that on a public blockchain everyone sees what you bought, the product, the amount, the code. we so to solve that we use FHNX co-FHE protocol. So none of that is exported to anyone, to the people who basically need it. So it's just basically you buy a coupon code for Amazon, let's say, and a observer is there, which is basically authority who buys on your behalf, and so much so that he doesn't basically lose or do some malicious attack on that particular gift code. We ask for a like some ETH for him to stake, so much so that we have something to slash off if he turns malicious or something. So yeah, so there are so basically what is the problem is that if you buy a gift card through a normal smart contract, the product ID, the dollar amount, and the gift card code are all stored in plain text on chain, so anyone on a block explorer can see it basically, right? So a bot could front run your transaction and steal the code before you use it, right? So the flow is, so there are three roles: the buyer, the observer, and the smart contract on base support. Yeah, so one is, so starting from that, as I already told you, the observer registers by posting a 0.01 ETH bond. If they don't fulfill within 10 minutes, half gets slashed basically. So the second thing is the buyer encrypts the product ID when he goes to buy the coupon code client side using co-FHJS, calls place order, and locks ETH, right? So the contract grants the observer decrypt permission on those two values only, right? So the third thing is that the observer, and afterwards observer listens and picks up the event that and decrypts the product ID and amount, which is basically you place a order for a particular amount of gift ID or coupon code, and observer will basically decrypt it because he has the permission to decrypt it, so much so that he can basically buy on your behalf, and he will buy on your behalf. He will generate a random AES 128 key, which will basically encrypted using EUINT 128, and it will be stored on chain, and we'll store the coupon code on IPFS, which is being done off chain, and we will use IV of that particular IPFS and the AES 128 key, which we basically encrypted using FHE to store on chain, which can be only decrypted by the buyer using his private key. So yeah, so this is the thing that that we are using, right? So I'll just basically go through the demo. So I can just run npm run e to e. Now this will basically deploy the contract, let observer stake 0.01 ETH bond, so much so that he doesn't turn malicious or hack something out, or just basically use the gift code for himself. So right now the contract is deployed. Now the observer is basically staking 0.01 ETH, and the buyer is basically encrypting and placing order for the product ID 1 and amount for 1 cent, 1000 cents, sorry. And now as you can see, he has placed order for product ID 1 and for 1000 cents, but after it went through on chain, it is basically encrypted as the buyer, this is 06 ending with 06, and the observer is this, which is the observer for this particular contract, which can be seen over here. Let me see. The first one, yes, FC. Okay, so yeah, this is the observer, and this is the product ID, which is encrypted with the amount is also encrypted after he basically placed an order on chain. And now observer is basically decrypting because he has the allow list order for that particular order, or for that particular order to basically decrypt, and he can see the product ID, he can see the amount, and yeah, he will basically buy on our behalf that amount of gift card. This is $5 one, and he will basically place the transaction, and he fetched the redeem code, which is this dydld test. This is the gift card code. And now how will we give it back to the buyer who basically bought this or gave the money in firstly basically. So now we are generating a random AES128 key, which is this one, and we are uploading the and now we are creating an IPFS storage for this particular gift card. And now and a random IV is also generated with the random IV, and this AES128 key, which is again will be going to be encrypted by using FHE, and which can only be decrypted by using buyer's private key. So that even if this is on chain, this AES128 key, which is again getting encrypted. So this key and this IV, which will be used to basically decrypt the ciphertext which is inside this IPFS. I can show you the IPFS. Just a sec. So this is the ciphertext. This is the IV. Using this IV and this AES128 key, which will be getting decrypted by using this अपना buyer का private key. And this way they can basically then the buyer will basically get this AES key, which is encrypted. See, this key is encrypted on chain, and this is the thing which we'll be getting from the on chain, and you can basically decrypt it using a buyer's private key, and he can basically check this IPFS, and he can basically get the data from the IPFS, which is IV and a ciphertext. And then he basically unsealed the encrypted key using his private key, and again he got the ciphertext. He'll basically decrypt the gift card code using this AES128 key and the IV from the IPFS, and he will get the gift card code. So this is our project, and later on we'll basically introduce encrypted USD encrypted stables. So thank you so much for this.